Hi, Nick Badgio.
Hey! This is my house. It's my neighbor. I want to point out something. These are the two pillars for our sidewalk. There's a place.
Video shoot?
Yeah.
Dude, there was a
Oh my god, that shirt's awesome.
what? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to trade, you can for the shoot.
Okay.
There was these guys, these black guys, were doing a rap video over by the auto inspection place that I work at. On oh man, it was like terrifically horrible. There was a hard guy, like, and then the other guy was like rapping. And one guy was like, "Man, keep looking at the camera like you're scared." And the other guy was just like standing there with glasses on like this. And it was like BLM or something was their little hood. Man, it was funny. My grandmother was down there and I was like, "Mammy, they're shooting a rap video." She's like, "What are they shooting?" Yeah, if you guys need to use any of our
Oh yeah, I'll just totally walk through your yard.
No, I mean, you know, there's cool stuff to stand in front of back there somewhere.
No, it's mainly for my friends back in Knoxville. They heard I live in a house now. And they don't believe me.
They're like, "You live in a house? What?"
Yeah. Should keep all of that. There's a place for a chain. Which I think is pathetic, because if it was chained, it's like, oh no. I'll walk around. It's the front yard. It's big. You get a shot of the house here. So the steps. You walk up these steps. Go inside.
I'm coming.
And then obviously you got the front porch. Spend about half when I'm at home and usually on the front porch. Sorry. Let me turn some light. This is our living room. Quite nice. We don't have a TV. Don't need one. However, we do have random awards we found of other people, and we just put them on our mantle. Here, I'll kind of... This is for Sportscaster of the Year, chosen by his contemporaries, John Cox, Mississippi, 2011. And this is same thing for John Keem or Keim or Kehem of District of Columbia, 2011. And these are just oh, our music note fell. Oh, that guy was JB, our neighbor. He's like the coolest guy you'll ever meet. This is my favorite room of the house. It's our music room. Bit of a mess right now. We had 2 gigs this weekend, so we had to take a lot of our gear. It's a pretty good setup.
Why don't you show us your bases, Nick?
Now, if you don't mind, if we show the bases, I'm also going to put it on my personal website, nickbadgio.com. We'll start off with my least favorite and go to my favorite. Again, this is my fretless bass. Don't use it all that much, but if the song needs a fretless bass, I got it. And this has been taken apart, used. This bass constantly changes. I've had so many different, neck, different pickup. it just changes, but I think I got the setup I like now. Tuners have been I got everything. Nothing about this bass is original. Everything's come from a different bass to form this one.
It's a super bass.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not that terrible song.
Super bass. A song's about me. This is the Stingray. Ernie Ball, Music Man Stingray. I've had it for 2.5 years. Still play it a lot. Played it yesterday. For most of our show outdoors. This you can get any sound out of this bass. Great electronics. Right. This bass right here is the Fender Bird. I got it because, well, I got it. It has UT orange, and I'm just bringing a little bit over the top. I recently put these neon orange strings on there. This was made by Cataldo Customs out of Gainesville, Florida. Guy was a Florida grad. He built me a Tennessee bass. And you know, just a good all-around bass. I mean, the more you hit it, the better it sounds. And it's 4 strings, so I don't really play it as much as I should, because I like 5 strings a little bit more. But yeah, that's also modeled after John Entwistle's Fender Bird. So, and but yeah, it just looks awesome. And then my favorite, of course, is the Artisan Bassworks bass. The most comfortable bass I've ever played. And again, fretted half fretless, just because why not? These guys are out of Chesterfield, Ohio. And I got this at Summer NAMM 2011. Not a very good slap tone out of it, but I'm not a slap bassist, and it sings. It's very musical. Has a fast neck. Other buzzwords we bassists use. Yeah.
Nice.
And here's a 1975 Portaflex. The greatest sounding amp I've ever heard, which is why I bought it. Not that loud though, so can't use it at every gig.
Alright.
We'll go into here. This is our guest bedroom.
This is where I'm staying.
The great videographer Matt Gulley, Matthew Franklin Gulley, has been sleeping here the past few days.
Obviously.
Also, what he doesn't know, this is also where we keep all our instrument cases when no one is around, because we have a lot. And so this is guest bedroom / case room in the vacuum. Bathroom. Poop in there.
It's also the most aesthetically pleasing shower you'll ever have, I noticed, with the light coming in through the window.
However, on the downside, if you take a shower in the morning, it is pitch black, even if you turn the light on, because the shower curtain blocks the light.
Something that I've noticed about bathrooms is the lighting in bathrooms is never pleasing.
No, it's rough. Here's our kitchen. Only bad thing about it is no dishwasher machine. We have a dishwasher. It's this guy right here. Oh, get the breakfast nook. I really like the breakfast nook.
Breakfast nook.
Mm-hmm. And for you gearheads out there that have heard of the great Southpaw pedal board, I'm about to show you Southpaw Pedalboard's workshop. And our laundry room. This is where Chobi makes all his pedal boards. This is his workshop table. His table saw it actually cut the frames. He keeps that in the basement. But besides that, all the work is done right here on our closed-in back porch. Which is fine, because quite frankly, I like open porches to hang out in, so the back porch area seems like a good spot for Chobi's workshop. Then one last room I want to show you downstairs, and that's just the dining room. That's right, we have a dining room. To me, as a, I guess, 23-year-old, just the fact to me that we have a legit dining room, just ignore the clothes, like, it's crazy. It's like, okay, we have a chandelier.
You do?
And then, just because we're guys and we can't have things too pretty, our tablecloth is the classic dog picture of the dogs playing poker. You know, what you see it everywhere. Because again, there's nothing more tacky and hideous than that dog painting. So we decided to put it on this nice dining room table. And that is the downstairs. And then again, behind you, just kind of wrap things around, there is the living room. Oh, get the Gulley drive, and then we'll. That came from Wake Forest.
Really? Do they have a Gulley drive?
Yeah, they do.
That means people are going to think the Gulley's from Wake Forest.
They do.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, now in Winston, they're like, "Oh, you guys go to Wake because Gulley Drive." I'm like, "No, we're not. We like Wake a lot, but no, Gulley. We named it after a friend from Knoxville, and people then almost all of them have the same reaction. Oh, what happened to him? Like, he was born. He's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty damn good. Like, oh, so you just named the band after a guy who's perfectly fine? Yeah. Okay, that's weird. Well, you asked. Anyway, but yeah, every single time it's like, oh, what happened to Gulley? You named the band after him. Clearly something bad happened to him. Is he dead? No, he's very much alive. Cancer-free. AIDS-free. He's doing well for himself.
What about the upstairs?
Upstairs is dirty, but I'll show you it.
Hang on.
I haven't made my bed in actually it's been a week. And both me and my brother, we recently got hired for new jobs, which we gotta look good. So we've been ironing like crazy. And we've been using our upstairs foyer room, which I'll show you in a second, as a ironing staging area. So here's the upstairs foyer, which is got a bit of a, here's a futon, and we do have a TV. It's just no cable. We just got a.
Yeah, I was getting ready to call you out on it. You said, "Who needs a TV? Why?"
It's good for watching Forrest Gump. And again, our ironing board, a beanbag chair.
I remember that beanbag chair.
It's a good one. And here's my brother's acoustic. It's left-handed, so I can't play it. Yeah. And here's some work clothes I got ironed. And there's my brother's closet. because he doesn't have a closet in his room.
Oh, poor Joey.
No, but his room's connected to the bathroom.
Mm.
Yeah, there's my brother's room. Second biggest bedroom in the house. The biggest is the downstairs guest bedroom, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. My room's quite barren.
Oh, we can get you some posters, Nick.
I actually have tons of them. Like there's 2 framed posters right there. I haven't put them up yet. Then I also have a neon sign for Bass beer. For like bass, which is why I got it.
Of course.
Here's my acoustic guitar.
No, I didn't know you played guitar.
Not well, so I'm not even gonna
okay.
embarrass myself. But I mainly just sleep here. That's it.
Look at that bed.
There, it's made enough. I usually do make my bed. You just caught me on a bad week. Now, I'm actually going to show you the bathroom up here. Just because there's something very unusual about it. I'll let you figure out what it is. The ceiling is quite slanted. And it's long and narrow. And eventually you get to the toilet and sink. And then otherwise our neighbors could see what you're doing, pooping or peeing, so we covered it up.
Good idea.
In the summer, this bathroom was incredibly hot.
Oh, I'm sure. It feels a little warm right now.
Yeah. And for the hell of it, I'll show you our attic space too. Watch out, yeah.
I'll go back.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll back out first.
Ooh. It's more, again, an attic is technically, you go upstairs to go into an attic. So technically this isn't an attic. Ooh, yeah, it's quite hot. Comparison.
Woo!
Yeah.
Take your breath away.
But, big bug. Yeah, just some storage space we got up here. We do a lot of shipping, so we keep a lot of our big boxes up here. I mean, take a look at this box. It's 6 feet long.
Bodies?
Bodies, 6 foot long pedal boards, yes, they exist.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually what this box... My brother on eBay bought a 6 foot long pedal board, even though he makes them himself. Came with a lot of power supplies, which he could quickly flip. And so he bought the board, plus the power supplies, plus the cables that went with the board, for I think $200. He sold the power supplies. Yeah, there's 4 of them, I think, for like $100 each. So he made money there. And then he sold the cables and the board. Again, great board, but it was 6 feet long. Not many people want a 6 foot long pedal board. So the thing truly, and it came with a case. So the board and the case were probably well worth over $500. But who wants something that big? So he sold the case, the cables, and the board for another $150. So he clearly made money on that endeavor. Actually, I've never gone over here.
Let's go over here.
Yeah, you don't. Hey, spider web.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, and this explains their side window. It's right here. And the other side of this wall would be my bedroom.
A little creepy back in here.
Yeah, get out of here. I can't figure out. Well, again, the other side of this weird contraption over here, of course, is the bathroom, which we can't figure out if that room was added on or if it's always been like that. And it our guess is that bathroom probably used to be the closet for that bedroom.
Yeah.
But then, you know, not a bad idea installing a bathroom upstairs.
No.
But, that is our house. That's my crib, y'all. You know, sometimes I'll be walking around and I just like, shit. My life is made. And then like I'll be the house parties over and you know, we be jamming up in here. Jamming all night long. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Is that Lionel Osborne?
No, it's like a mixture of Lionel Osborne and James Brown.
You want to jump back, kiss yourself? Alright, Nick Badgio, where are we going?
We're going to Cranky's.
What is that?
It's a coffee shop.
Of course.
Which is normally a pretty happening place, but on Sundays, well, like Winston in general, on Sundays is just dead. Which is can be more of a relaxing experience. We're now going 30 miles per hour.
Seems a lot faster than that.
I know.
It looks a lot faster than that on camera. Ah!
Slow down.
So what are some big changes in your life since the last time we had a documentary about you?
I'm now gay.
I knew it.
No, I'm not. I'm not gay. I've moved to Winston. Me and Chubby live in Winston-Salem now. No longer work at Miller Davis. I got a job at a hotel. I no longer work at that hotel. I now work for Goodwill Industries of Northwest North Carolina. I have a human resources position with them. I am a human resources associate, which basically means I I enter a lot of numbers, and then I report these numbers back to managers throughout North Carolina. Drug screenings, background checks, stuff like that. I can't remember the last documentary. I can't remember if we were called Gulley or not.
No, you weren't.
Oh yeah, the band, I mean, we named ourselves to Gulley. We changed our name to Gulley. We have a drummer we really, really like. One of those places we just passed is actually a music studio, which I need to check out. Should probably focus on driving. So we're happy about that. Life is pretty good. I'm 23. We have released an EP called Keep the Change. But we'll
Available on iTunes.
Available on iTunes, Bandcamp, Google,
Amazon?
Google Music. It's a digital download on Amazon. Because quite frankly, a hard copy does not exist. We were thinking about it, but it's an EP. It's 6 songs, and though the 6 songs are very good, they sound very good, produced very well, we just couldn't justify the cost of producing a CD. Whether a CD has 1 song or 50 songs on it, the CD, the production for the CD, like the actual creating the case, putting the data on the CD, it costs the same. The actual producing that physical CD, it costs the same no matter how many songs you put on it. So we thought, well, it's only 6 songs. We can't really justify the cost of putting, releasing a CD. But you can still download the music, which most people do anyway. In October and November, we'll be recording our first full-length album, and that will become a CD. Can't really tell you what the name's gonna be. Can't even tell you what songs are gonna be on there. We're certain on like 8 of the 12 songs. We know we want 12 songs. We know 8 of them for sure. Haven't decided on the next 4. So we're working on some things. And, you know, I feel good about the future. I feel very good about the future.
I remember on the last documentary when we were driving in the car, you talked about how depressing Salisbury was. How does that compare to Winston-Salem?
Well, I remember in particular that day in Salisbury was very dreary. It's very cloudy.
Yeah.
Well, if you look out right now, we got a beautiful blue sky today. It's like 70, mid-70s out. So this is perfect weather.
Very nice.
In my opinion. I think Winston, of course, it's still new to me. We moved here May 1st. I think Winston, it's a bigger city. It's not huge, but it's definitely a city. There's a downtown. There's 2 very good music venues, so big acts do come through here. And if you include the Tri-Cities, the Triad, which is Winston, Greensboro, and High Point, there's just so much going on. And musically, that is. And we're not downtown yet, but the downtown in Winston, it's clean, it's very cool. And parking isn't that bad, although everyone complains about it. I'm like, you should try going to downtown Charlotte. That's bad. Or Knoxville.
Campus, specifically.
Campus. You paid for, at UT Knoxville, you don't pay for a parking pass, you pay for the opportunity to park your vehicle.
It's like the lottery.
Yeah. Which, to be fair though, I forget the exact amount, but I heard everyone complain about it. And it is a lot of money. I'm not denying that, but you're not really guaranteed a spot. At other universities in North Carolina, I remember whatever the figure was at UT, double that amount. That's what it is at universities in North Carolina, but they have enough parking for everyone. So, in essence, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, I think a commuter pass is like $182 at UT now.
Yeah, it's about double that for universities around here.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But they have...
You do get a guaranteed spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, oh, this is your parking space, but they have more parking spaces than they do parking passes.
That's good.
Yeah. UT has more parking passes than they do parking spaces. But yeah, I know UNC Greensboro, UNC Chapel Hill, UNC Charlotte. Same there.
As a musician, are there any new bands that you have discovered that you're really fond of that would like to tell the world about?
We're listening to one.
Is this Dawes?
Yeah. When my time comes, yeah, Dawes is a really good one. Moon Taxi. They are like the second coming of Yes, the band Yes,
really?
like 70s prog rock band. But what's this car doing? They there's this kind of, in rock music right now. There's a sort of this I call it the chill vibe. I hate that word, chill. Oh, the music's so chill. Like if you're a chill band, you're popular. which in most of the time means you play the same 3 damn chords and like a reggae syncopation. It's like at Jason Mraz does it. It takes very little creativity. Somehow, Moon Taxi has combined the chill vibe with prog math rock. I mean, they're switching time signatures left and right, extended, very planned, long musical arrangements, but yet it's still chill. And they also have they have a lot of synth work, live synth work, so keyboards, which kind of have a bit of a dubsteppy like vibe to it. Again, it's dubstep-ish, dubsteppy. It's not dubstep, but they do combine, in my opinion, the good elements of dubstep, which is those massive like synth leads, which are just very radical. They throw those in there too, and it's done live, no programming. You know, they got the keyboard and the guy's slamming away. While at the still time, it's still chill. I guess having what the ladies tell me, the lead singer is quite cute. That always helps your cause to be more chill.
That's true.
I don't like chill music, but no, they're extremely good. I am really, really impressed at what they do, and they're all Nashville guys. They went to all those music schools up there. But yeah, Moon Taxi and this band Dawes. Dawes is kind of on the opposite end though. They're not very radical. They're very old school, very reminiscent of Crosby, Stills and Nash, the band. Their first 2 albums were produced.
Jackson Browne.
Thank you, by Jackson Browne, and you hear it. You hear that influence.
Yeah, to me it sounds a lot like Jackson Browne and Warren Zevon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I went to see Dawes play. Fortunately, it was a year ago. Wanted to see them more recent. But they covered a Warren Zevon song, "Lawyers, Guns, and Money."
Yeah.
And I know they know a lot of his other tunes just from what other people have reported on the internet, that they always seem to do a Warren tune.
Awesome. I would like to see them live.
They're very good.
Yeah, they sound really good.
There's Little Farmer's Market.
How close are we now to downtown?
Very close. In fact, actually no. They trim these trees, you could actually see some of the skyline from right about here.
Yeah.
But you can't. Although I don't know if you can get it in focus or not. But see that there's you can see a church steeple.
Oh yeah. Let me zoom in on that.
Which I think, it looks really cool from here. It's like got a bit of a castle-like image to it. One day I was bored and I actually went to that church. Like I wanted to see the church.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what I was expecting when I found it. Maybe like you found the church on the hill. Here's a pot of gold. I'm like, oh yeah, here's the church. All right, I'm gonna go back home now. But no, to me it's just a cool image. There's a few other images. Now, like whenever I see them, I feel good. One of them is on the way back home on Renolda. You can actually see Pilot Mountain for maybe about a second. You're at the top of a hill. Yeah. And you can just see it for a second, and then you go down the hill, and then some trees cover your vision. But I always try to see that when I'm driving home. And also on Business 40, coming from Greensboro, you can't see, you see the sign, Winston-Salem, downtown, 2 miles. Of you can't see anything just because of trees and stuff. Yeah. It's like you take this turn, and there is the skyline. And it just looked really good to me because when I was working at a hotel in Greensboro, I worked a lot of nights. So whenever I take that turn and I would see the skyline, I'm like, I'm pretty much back home now. Although depending on traffic, I still had another 20 minutes to go. Which I didn't mind, because, you know, it was Winston. And I love Greensboro. Love you, Greensboro people, but I'm sorry, Winston-Salem's nicer.
Tell us a little bit about where we are, Nick.
Cranky's best coffee shop in the world.
Really?
Well, it's pretty good. I don't come here as much as I used to because I have a job. But whenever I have free time and I'm not playing bass, I'm not on my front porch drinking coffee. I'm drinking coffee here. It's all the cool kids go here.
I'm enjoying an iced mocha. What are you having, Nick Badgio?
Coffee.
Straight up coffee?
Mm-hmm. With a little bit of cream. Always play weird music here.
Maybe they should play Gulley.
Story time.
Okay.
I was at the beach, Newburgh, North Carolina, and it was a very relaxing place. I got to talking with the baristas. I was also a wine bar, so technically I was a barista and a bartender. And I started talking about music, and I said, oh, you know, I'm in a rock band, but, you know, I would love to play here, but it seems more of an acoustic place. And they're like, yeah, it does, but what's the name of your group? I'm like, Gulley. Check out our website, gulleytheband.com. They then went on our website and played our EP in the store, which was an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
Again, they're just streaming it off our website, but I saw people, you know, tapping their feet, and they seemed to be enjoying the music. So, for a moment, I felt like a really big deal.
Nice. Careful. Where's your brother Joby right now?
He's working. Yes, it's filming. I was hoping you'd get that. Me walking down the stairs, looking all cool. Right. Now, kids, this here is a routing table, and this here is a wrench. For the layman. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that where it catches is locked, so you can take your wrench and you can loosen the chuck. The chuck is what holds the bit in place, cause like you got this thing spinning at high RPM and it's gotta be holding in there like nice and right now. So you take that and you just tighten it a little bit with your hands, preferably with your index and your thumb. Some people use their pinky and their thumb or whatever. I've seen one man do it with his teeth, and then you take that and you just tighten it right like that, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is this is some good wood, this is birch, and it smells sweet. It really does. It smells good. Now, this is more birch, which means it's still gonna smell sweet. This, I don't know what that is. This is all birch. And now we're just gonna take this and we're gonna test it. We're gonna test around overness. I'm not gonna talk like that anymore. I'm afraid it might stick and never go away. Taking off the lock. It works. And that is a little too deep. It's rolling too much into deep. 12 minutes, 30 seconds.
What are you doing, Cindy?
Well, I'm trying to put some bison. Oh no. Oh no. That won't be necessary.
Filming another documentary about Nick.
What's that?
Filming another documentary about Nick.
Oh, about Nick.
I'll do the
John does the onion. Ain't nobody do the onion like John.
So how's Nick been doing?
Nick's been doing pretty good. He's Goodwill ambassador now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Indeed. He's a homemaker. No, does a pretty good job actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Plays music.
How
He
was
plays
he?
music.
Was he a good host?
That was a very good host.
Very good host.
Yeah, very good.
Good. But
I don't know if you know it, but he plays in a band.
Him and his brother.
I think Nick's been doing pretty good actually. Keep him busy.
How much weight is here? How many burgers?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I always just freeze the leftover.
Like 2 pounds?
Yeah, probably like 2 and a quarter. But yeah. Bison is Nick's favorite. It's the gold standard in meat.
Never had bison.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Matter of fact, you can have mine.
No, I won't take your food.
No, you can. You can have it.
All right, Nick, I'm getting ready to go back to Knoxville. Is there anybody there that you'd like to say anything to?
Let's see. I'll start off for Jansen, since you'll probably see him. Tell him I miss him. Tell him that these bass fingers, will make him proud, or they have been making him proud. Tell Honeycutt to take it easy. And I know you enjoy working, but take a break. You deserve it. Who else here? Well, I'll cross my fingers. Hopefully you'll see Sam and Becky. If you see them, give them very warm, loving hugs and tell them, get the hell down here. I think those... Actually, and Jesse, don't know you all that well. Sorry you couldn't make it, but hopefully your audition went well. I assume it did, because you're good. But I guess I think I got my bases covered. Okay. I do. If you see Lance, slap him.
I will.
Good. And I think that's it. And I love you all. That's another. And I miss you all, of course.
Of course. Wave bye, Nick.
Bye.